Welcome to our latest project, everybody. This is the fur seasons. Why the fur seasons, you ask? Well, the reason being is this family loves their dogs more than they like me. Well, I mean, everybody feels that way, but they love their dogs here. So we figured no more suitable a name. We had like a company poll about it, and fur seasons just seemed to fit for this company and for these clients. So that's where we're at. Currently, we are standing in the current and future foyer, and what will be happening here is we will be vaulting the ceiling here. So how that's gonna happen is we are gonna take this and rip it off and reframe it to give us a vaulted ceiling. So now we walk through or from the hallway and we pop into the office, and this is an amazing space, tons of light. Again, like this is gonna have vaulted ceilings in here, be completely redone. This wall paneling was beautiful at some point in time, but it's a little dated in this day and age. So we're gonna be giving this house an entire facelift. Gonna be amazing. Come with me into the formal living room. And so in here, this is gonna stay more or less exactly the same as it is right now. Here we've got a fireplace that's gonna be completely refaced. I mean, I know it's a heartbreaker for all of you out there in YouTube and Insta world to see this magnificent, I mean, let's be honest, it's terrible, it's gotta go. So this is gonna be gone, modernized, beautiful. Here, this connection to the dining room is gonna get changed. We're gonna create a wall area here with a door into the dining room so that there's still some connection between this sunken living room and the dining area, but not quite so open. So coming through here, not a lot is changing here, all right? But as we come in here, this room here is actually quite a large bedroom. And so what we're gonna be doing is we are going to be cutting this space in, well, approximately 1/3, 2/3. We're gonna create a pantry and a mudroom or laundry area. And it's just gonna give these folks a much better use of space for what they need. Because, I mean, let's be honest, they gotta be able to keep all of their dog clothes and dog collars and dog jackets clean. So gotta have, you know, good laundry for the dogs. They don't care so much about themselves. The dogs, that's what matters. Not a ton is changing from a layout perspective down here. Again, you know, all we're gonna be doing is just changing out a lot of the finishes and really modernizing this home. I think if I remember correctly, like it hasn't had any updates or renovations done for the better part of 30 or 40 years. So, I mean, these floors look, maybe they're 20 or so years old, but they're ready to be replaced. Before we go into the kitchen, because I think people are hiding in there right now, if I'm being honest with you, we'll go down here. On our way is the existing mechanical. And I mean, talking about a great use of space, and this is like when I see other builders and clients doing things like this, I'm like, golly, somebody was really thinking. But like, what a phenomenal use of space in here in terms of, you can't really live in here, but in terms of housing your air handlers and mechanical systems, like absolutely perfect. These are gonna be getting upgraded to the latest and greatest in high efficiency technology. These guys are be-vented. Now, for you out there in YouTube land, how do you know if your appliance is high efficiency or not? Well, one of the first telltales is the ducting coming off of it. This metal duct is a pretty solid indicator that it's a B-vent. And so what that means is it's combusting air from inside the room, and that's going up through this vent, up through here, and then it goes up through the roof somewhere. Same thing over here. So these are B-vents. More up-to-date appliances, they're gonna have white pipes, white or gray pipes coming off of that, because it's a special type of piping that has to be used for venting furnaces. And that is an easy way to tell if it's a high efficiency furnace or hot water tank, is just the ducting coming off of it. Nonetheless, these are gonna get replaced. We're gonna be adding a heat pump to this home. We're gonna be adding an HRV and filtration. We're currently talking about redoing the entire envelope. We might even be adding exterior insulation to really eliminate any sort of thermal bridging. This home, when we're done, should be pretty dialed in. A well thought out and well planned for mechanical room is just always so nice. And unfortunately, not every home affords you this kind of square footage to work in, but I mean, how awesome is this mechanical room? All right, let's keep going downstairs. This will be getting new flooring, again, new door. We're not doing a lot in the garage, so no need to go in there. It's more or less staying as is, maybe just cleaned up a little bit, new paint, that sort of thing. But this is gonna get all modernized and made to look beautiful. They did have a lock-off suite, which they don't wanna have anymore. So bathroom, just upgraded, redone. The storage room back here. Again, this stuff is just gonna be getting cleaned up and made to look fresh, new, exciting, and just really welcoming for these guys, right? Fantastic people deserve a fantastic home to live in. That's the way I look at it. All new flooring everywhere. In here, we're going to be modifying this area in here. Right now, let's put on some light, shall we? This is gonna become a bit of a gym area over here. And then here, there's gonna be like a small bar area. This is gonna be cleaned up and just made to be quite a bit more simple than it is right now. Any sort of secondary stove, appliance sort of thing that's gone. They don't wanna have a suite down here anymore. So that's gone. Now, we all remember T-bar ceilings. Just, come on. I mean, they're beautiful. No, I mean, they do serve a purpose, let's be honest. They are very practical. There is nothing wrong with the T-bar ceiling, except that they're ugly as anything. Challenge me in the comments if I'm wrong. If you can think of a T-bar ceiling that is just beautiful and amazing, share a picture with us. I'd love to see it, because I haven't seen one in my life. But nonetheless, there's obviously been some water leaks over the years, so we've got some yellowing in some of the tiles and whatever else. And you know, part of the Sprucehill way, when we're doing any sort of renovation for any client, regardless of the size, we're getting in there, we're replacing all of the water pipe, as well, assuming it's copper, which most of the time when we're doing renovations, it is. If you have a home that has 50-year-old copper water pipe, you're living on borrowed time. Right? That's basically the life expectancy of copper water pipe, 50 years. So what's the point in doing a major renovation and then leaving potential leaky copper in the walls? And I can tell you, I have firsthand experience going to fix somebody else's work because the contractor they hired didn't replace all the copper water pipe when they did their renovation. And what happened? Within like a month or two of the project being completed, frickin' pinhole leak in the copper water pipe. They started to have water dripping into their brand new dining room. And it's a heartbreaker, right? The drywall was down, the water pipe was exposed. Why not replace it? Why are we saving $1,000? And maybe not even in some cases. Like the amount of short-sightedness in that decision is mind-boggling. So if you're doing a renovation, replace the water pipes. You will thank me later when your home doesn't leak on your newly renovated space. The other things that are gonna be happening here, we're gonna be upgrading the electrical panel. That's gonna be getting a new upgrade, square D out, something other than that in. Like this is mostly an aesthetic renovation on the basement level here, where the real magic is happening is on that main floor that we walked in on, or walked in at initially, because the vaulting of that ceiling in there and from the street, how the roof looks and everything else is just gonna be mind-boggling. Let's go back upstairs and check out the upstairs kitchen. Walking into the kitchen here, we've got kitchen to our right currently, we've got dining to our left. These are all more or less staying in the same location. It's just the look and feel, they're gonna change quite drastically. So in here, the kitchen's gonna come around, it's gonna wrap to the back of the home here. Now, this was and is an interesting feature in terms of having like a bit of a pseudo mudroom up here. There's stairs that come up to the back of the house, right through that door there. So come in here, that is gonna kind of sort of stay the same, but the layout in here is changing drastically. This kitchen is gonna be expanded all the way around here. If memory serves me correct, big island right here. Magnificent. We are kind of in what will be the future kind of kitchen eating area, right? Formal dining over here, kitchen eating over here. This is all gone. And don't forget, right? This entire ceiling is getting vaulted. So it is going to just, transformative is as good a word as I can think of. The amount of volume of space that vaulting these ceilings is gonna make, it's just gonna make this home feel so much bigger without actually adding any square footage. it's just going to feel bigger. As far as like the decks and all that sort of stuff go, nothing is really changing to the outside. We're gonna be redoing the cladding. And given that I feel like the weather has changed for a second, because it was raining when we first got here this morning, let's just pop outside and walk around the outside of this house for a second and just talk about the things that are happening out there. Here's the front of the house now. We're outside. All of this patio work or concrete work is all gonna get redone because it needs redoing. We're gonna be redoing all of the siding on here. And again, there's two reasons for doing that. Number one is that's where we want to ideally get our air tightness. The idea and the concept of getting your air tightness through 6mm poly on the inside of your house, it's not the best way to go. And I would suggest that we've done a lot of learning through ongoing education, and the people from whom we're learning and using building science, we are figuring out that we really want to get the air tightness on the outside of the house, not on the inside. So all of this siding is all going to get changed. And remember, right, this home right now currently has this kind of interesting roof design. Like this had like a bit of a feng shui sort of vibe going on originally. And so we're going to be getting rid of that, and we're just going to be vaulting it and making a really modern looking home. All of these little garden beds and all that sort of stuff, gone. These things are all going to get replaced or refaced. Obviously, any place where we have already like an existing fully functional concrete retaining wall, like why would you spend the money to get rid of them? Like these are all in relatively good shape. There's just no point. So, and this is down the alley. We'll see what happens. I mean, sometimes clients decide that they want to have it new. So maybe we do a little bit more here, but my guess is we probably won't. Coming down here, like I said before, all new siding. So one of the things that we will have to do is we will have to set up scaffolding to allow all of the different people doing work here to access the side of the house safely. Because well, let's put it this way, my YouTube friends and Insta friends, I'm 6 feet tall. That's a long way up, and we don't want to fall. So making sure that the site is safe for the team to work on, super important. Back here, we have our friend from Burnaby Boys. Shout out to Burnaby Boys. Always love having you on the job site. If you need trees removed, pruned, dealt with, call Sean at Burnaby Boys. He and his team will take outstanding care of you. They do great work. They show up when they say they're gonna show up, and they do awesome stuff. So can't recommend Burnaby Boys enough. We've been working with them for years and are looking forward to working with them for years to come. Here's that set of stairs I was talking about earlier, right? And so there's that door through the mudroom in the kitchen at the top of these stairs. So we're gonna be redoing these stairs in aluminum so that they last a lot longer and don't get slippery during the winter. The issue with wood stairs in Vancouver is inevitably they get really slimy and they can be really treacherous during the rainy seasons, and obviously once they get snow or ice on them, it's skating rink, it's game over. So new stairs, safer, better, awesome. This is all getting redone. This is all getting redone. But you can see this house is otherwise in really good condition. It's just in need of an upgrade. And that's what we're gonna do. Thank you so much for joining us on our pre-demolition journey at the First Seasons. We are really excited to bring you at least bi-weekly, hopefully weekly updates of all the goings on that are happening at this project. There's gonna be a ton of really cool stuff to see here. So like and subscribe this video so you'll continue to see more updates of the things that are happening at this project and all of our other projects. If you or anybody you know are thinking about doing any sort of renovation, we'd love to hear from you. Reach out via our website, shoot us an email, info@sprucehill.ca. We really enjoy sharing what we do with you, our loyal viewer. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome. Bye now.